Good morning everyone. I'm coming on to show you how I've made this Father's Day card. Father's Day in the UK is next Sunday, I think. Right, I'll just double check that. I actually meant to do it before I come online. Father's Day UK 2017. The 18th, so it is next Sunday. Is that right? Yeah, a week tomorrow. So I was on Pinterest and saw a few cards that I liked, and there was one specifically, and it was created by Carolyn King, and it had banners. That was the one feature I wanted to have on it, and I wanted it just to be quite simplistic. So this was the card that I've created. Okay. The sentiment is from Thoughtful Banners. Okay. And I used the, where am I? Happy Father's Day and Dad. Okay. For my next card, I am only just putting Happy Father's Day. Okay. Because it'll be probably for a grandson or a granddaughter to give to her grandfather. You can also see here that the tag has been embossed. I used an embossing folder, which was this one here, and it's the diagonals. It's currently in the clearance section. The paper is the new Wood Textures DSP. I have used some, I think that's crumb cake, and I've used Early Espresso as my background. Okay, and the ink is Early Espresso as well. Alright. I've added a tiny wee bit of seam binding, and the staples are from my own stash. So, I have scored my cardstock and cut it down, and it is, I'll just tell you the measurements. That's 11.5 by 4, scored at 5 3/4 to fold like that. Then I have got 5.5 by 3 3/4 is my first layer. Then I've got 2 by 3.5 going across the centre, and 1.5 by 3.25 going along there. Okay, so that's those measurements. So we'll go putting them on before we go into the rest of it. And these papers are double-sided, so I'm going to use this side this time. I used that side last one, but we'll just have a wee bit of difference in them. Turn that around. That. Alright, just put them together now. Oops, my desk is a bit of a mess. I'll bring you in towards me a little bit. So I've got quite close to myself. Just score over that to make sure it's stuck down properly. Then I just use my knife to just lift it up. Right. And what I'm going to do is just use my knife, because my hands are a bit shaky today, just to try and centralise it best. That looks good. Well, okay, that's the first layer down. Then we have, let me see this way. I'm going to place that down. I'm going to come up a wee bit because there's actually a wood flat there. I want to have that shown to give a bit of the wood texture. There we go. And we've got one mat layer. Take the back off that. And there's a wee bit of tape there, and a wee bit of tape there. I'm just tucking it back on itself. There we are. I'm just going to try and eyeball this. Just needing over a wee bit. Looks good there. Right. So that's the kind of base of the card done. Okay. Now I have got a few banners cut down to size. Move that up out the way. I've got the tag cut down. So the banners, I need to trim this brown dark early espresso one down a bit because it's just too wide. If I was to put it on there, it would cover too much of my wooden layer, and I want to see a good bit of that. Okay, so if you see it here, you can see I've just trimmed it down a bit. So what I'm going to do is bring in my small tonic guillotine, and I think this is 1.5. So what I'm going to do is take about 1/8 off each side. And that just balances up the banner tails as well if you do it at either side. Right, so I'm going to add my stamping to this. So I'm going to take my stamp set, get my block, feathers, happy, that'll do. And I'm going to just line them up as best I can on my cutting mat so I know they're even before I pick them up. So I'm actually lining the words onto the black line on my cutting mat, okay? and that's just so I know it's even. But because they're sticky and they stick to my fingers, I'm using my blade to position them. That's it. Just pick that up. Just checking that it's even. Looks good. Take my little espresso. And ink it up. And then I'm just going to come in just on the halfway mark, kind of on line with the middle of my banner. Give it a good press down. Take it off. Give my stance a wee clean. Wrong way. And put them back in the case so I don't lose them. Right. Shut that over just now. Right, and then what I did was I took my stapler and lined them up a good bit. And the staples that are in this are a kind of coppery brass colour, so they do match the project. Okay, because they're not silver. And that's going to go in there like that. Right. Then we've got our tag, and I'm going to just cut a little bit of seam binding down for that, which I don't need a lot. So this is ideal if you've got scraps, a wee scrap of ribbon or baker's twine, whatever you've got handy. And I'm just offsetting them slightly. Offset them slightly, and I am stapling them together as well. Okay, and that's the stapling done with. Right, so now we just need to put our card together. So I'm just bringing this back in to make sure I've got my placements right for it. So that's going on first. Dimensionals. So I'm putting one, and I'm putting them in between the embossing, so they're flush and the same height. Okay, just peel the backing off them. 1, 2, 3. And I want to position that about there. Okay, and I'm just going to trim my tails down. So what I'm doing is I'm coming in from one side, snip, come in from the other side and snip. Okay, so that's how much seam binding I've wasted. Virtually nothing. Then we have got our Happy Father's Day banner, and because this is on dimensionals, we need to bump that up again, so this is going to be double dimensionals. Okay, So we will do one, two, three. We'll wake them up in a minute. 3. Then we're putting another layer on top of that. Put that back on. So then we've got 1, 2, and 3. Take the backing off of them. And we just position that on around there, I think. I want it. Yep, that looks good. Okay. Now, this is still flapping about. So what I'm going to do is just add a tiny wee bit of tacky glue. Just to hold it. Okay. That's fine for me. So while that's drying and setting, I'm going to go into my image now. Now, 2 months ago, my mother's neighbour passed away and he left no family behind. And when we cleaned the house, there was a lot of photographs and images, and this is one of them. It's actually a postcard, so was that. So what I'm going to do is actually cut this down and I will position that on. Okay, so I'm just judging it by eye, I'm not taking it at a set height or whatever. So just there. 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 And there. Okay. Move them aside. And then all I'm going to do is actually take my X-Acto knife and just churn up the ends a wee bit. And if wee bits tear, that's absolutely fine, because aged photographs and that do tear over time. I'm just going to bring that down and actually just scrape some off. There we go. I'll just clean up some of that dusty part. And then what I done was I took my early espresso and just touched the edges of it with it. Okay. Like that. And then I took an aqua painter and I literally just went round the edges with it, just to help that bleed into the paper a wee bit. Okay. And then just to clear up some of that, oops, I'll just get a bit of tissue, wipe that off, and just come round and just wipe off some of the excess. I'm going to just bring some more water out. Just kind of blend that on a wee bit to lift some of that off and just give it that aged look. Okay, and you can actually see that it wears away at it. There we are. So that seemed okay for me. I'll add just another wee bit of water down here just to see if I can blend that in a bit more. I mean, you can take as much time or as little time as you want with this step. Sometimes the more you work it, the worse it gets. But I do like to try and make it look aged like that. Okay. So now we just need to add that on. And to add that on, I've just used wet glue because we've already used dimensionals on those projects. So I'm just adding wet glue round about. And positioning that underneath there at an angle. And just press it down. And that's it. That is your Father's Day card made. And just as I said, you just need to wait for that wet glue to dry off. But I think you will agree that they are quite special. And you could use printed out photographs of your own children, or you as a child, one of your dad when he was young, whatever. I think it's just quite a nice idea to make a personalised Father's Day card. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.